Last time on Hogwarts Legacy.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me. You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned...
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb.
Alright. Welcome back to some more Hogwarts Legacy, you guys. This is part 16 of our magical journey, and let's see what mischief we can get up to today. Start by checking our quests. It's all gobbledygook. Alright. So let's see. Let's go speak to Ami.
What are you up to now?
Oh, you know. The usual.
What's wrong with you? Afraid of a staircase?
Hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Well, let's get to it then.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Alright. That's quite the distance. Fast travel here and then travel by broom.
It's like a place right out of a storybook. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Right. Don't wish to be seen doing.
Alright, let's do this.
The door is looking at us.
The mind's eye.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I'll be quiet. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Revelio. Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting. I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Okay.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine. Petrificus totalis.
Hello?
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through this safely, Amit. You have my word.
Alright.
Revelio. Accio. Being watched. By a door.
Yes, of course.
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
Why isn't
I
that
should
working?
use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing. Confringo.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit.
Frick.
See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Amit. Come on, man.
Petrificus totalis.
What was that? Such arrogance.
Potatoes.
Someone's been taken out last week.
Crucible.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Okay. Down we go.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
What's going on? Mr. Dallas, little calf.
Stupid one. Cruiser.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I thought.
Whoops.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
This treasure will be mine.
Revelio.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh, that's not even the way we need to go.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Revelio.
Okay. What's our move? I see.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio.
Okay.
Lumos.
Lumos. Yes, of course.
down there?
You're not worried.
I won't rest. Oh, little moon calf. Bombardment two slap. Deposit not quite. Defender. Press.
Now?
Imperial. Rubber up wide. Coming back this way. Give a Crucial.
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
Alright.
Clever. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Wait. Let's go up this way first.
Hello, Hamora.
I don't think we need to be stealth anymore.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Okay, just in case. Okay.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Well, that's definitely not good. Alright. So... let's check our quests. Okay. Let's head to Hogsmeade. Get ourselves a broom upgrade.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Okay. Holy cow. Well, we might as well grab a bunch of these along the way.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
Alright, here we go. You can see all the snow in my hair. Oh, we were just here with Lodgok. Wait, hold on. How the heck? Okay, so I think I do have to go through here. Oh, come on.
Stupefy. Imperial. Crucial.
That's funny.
There's a holy mark. Show yourself. Oh, that was meant for... Imperial. Goblins. Pity. Not quite. Cruiser.
Arresto momentum. Repulsor. Bombardo.
You can't stop us.
Defender.
What was that? Not quite. Cruising slave the stink.
Confringo.
You'll like it, I promise.
Well, mine a place. It's You're weak, human.
Arresto momentum. Bombardo. Defender.
It won't be long now before we find another repository. That's the student who was...
Defender. Imperial.
Not quiet. You are lost, though.
Confringo.
Easily done. Your spells glance off of me.
Arresto momentum. Defender.
East South Sea Bog?
The wizards will be defeated. What's that? That's the student who... Oh!
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Quiet as a crab.
It's the student from the town!
Confringo.
Pity. Not quite.
Imperial.
Crucial.
Is that the best you can do? Are you quite finished? And how can he take it from you?
Accio.
Feels nice to use unforgivable curses. Where does this take me? I see. My gear slots are now full.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
All right. Down below.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Tomb of treachery.
What was that? Up for a bit of dying, are we? What have you done?
Oh, I'm gonna be naughty.
Tons of Merlin trials I still need to hit as well. Nearly there. It's crazy. This is a whole nother area.
You can learn a lot from other guys.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Ravenclaw, over here!
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Ravenclaw.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, lordy.
Made it. Brilliant. This is going well. Brilliant. That wasn't too difficult. Made it. Oh! Oh! I can do better. This is going well. This is rather fun.
All right, we did it.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad for a Ravenclaw. You take care of yourself.
Alright, back to Albie. That was quite the journey.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
I wonder what Merlin was thinking.
How's my favourite test flyer?
Ah.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
I mean, these brooms seem like still pretty incredibly fast, so I wonder how fast the Nimbus 2000 actually is.
Ah, good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Maybe it says in the books, but I can't really remember. Alright, quests. Alright, let's talk with Natty. She's outside of Hogsmeade.
It looks different.
Would you look at that? Perfect.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Alright. Speak with Otto Dibble, Daisy Rabe, Agabus Filbert.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us, if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
What took a thing?
Hand them back.
There's nothing to give, sir. It was only the one. That's all of them, sir. Honestly, I swear.
How many times are you pair going to keep pilfering my shop?
I swear.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
I don't know.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Agabus Filbert. Yeah, you've never
Agabus
seen
Filbert
wizard
must be
parkour
around
like
here
that.
somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Hello, Hamora.
I'm gonna unlock this really quick.
Revelio.
Oh no. Well, I'll just leave the chest for now. Well, I guess I can sell stuff right here.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Everything I get isn't good enough. Okay. That's right.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
I was just over in that area too.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio!
Hogshead Docks. These docks outside the Hogshead Inn offer a pleasant place to sit and relax, if one can do so whilst only a stone's throw from whatever nefarious goings-on may be occurring in the notoriously shady inn.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Okay. Book of
Better be
Poems
sure I'm not seen.
and a love letter.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her.
Revelio!
Marlowe says her friend had been reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles.
Loud as a troll, you.
How did I?
Luma.
Is that the best you got?
Alright, we'll try that again.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Let's be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Using that girl as bait, Alan's coming for her. But I ought to just kill her.
Harlow said to offend the wreck is enough. He wants alive.
Imperial. Nothing coming in.
That's just kneel and grab the
Spoils in Cambridge. Never disappoints.
Say what you will about Feldcroft, but the estate is spacious. I shall pass my eyes. Oh, look what you've done! You pay for that!
The girl's friend won't come looking for her. Too dangerous. Wasting our time.
It's Totalis.
What's it?
Defender! myself. Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio.
We had to try and find these other things first.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio! Accio! Revelio!
Alright. You are as dear to me as an augury, whose voice foretells the coming rain. You are as loved by me as a Krupp could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one. Dulcibella Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over, and I'm certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love. And I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge, indeed. And now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Alright. Let's save Natty.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Over here.
Alright, hold on. Let me loot.
Revelio.
Alright.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you alright?
I am alright. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Man, I wish I could apparate.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher.
Troll
thank
Slayer.
goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now.
Alright,
Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
A talent point. Let's see. Let's use it for Imperial. An enemy under your control with Imperial curses other targets with each successful strike. Yes, sir.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Okay, let's see. us go and talk to Poppy. Where's she at? She's outside of Hogwarts?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I knew powder.
I should dismount here.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Hauntel Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
If your gran's all right and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Very well. Okay, let's see. Well, before we start, this trial, let's actually try and do some Merlin trials. It would be nice to have more inventory. So let's do that. World map. Okay, let's see. Well, there's tons around here. Start here.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Alright. Yeah. Let's see.
Revelio.
I see you.
Merlin himself would be proud.
Alright, now let's do this one.
Confringo. Revelio.
Where is the third one?
Confringo.
One.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Alright, now this one. Whoops.
Away!
No. Turn back around, please.
What do you have in store for me this time? Not so tricky after all, man.
This one.
Revelio. Accio. Arresto momentum. Bombarda. Defendo.
What is it that I need to do here?
Bombarda. Cabolso. Accio. Levioso.
It's not that. Excuse me?
Glacius. Glacius.
Actually.
Descendo.
Flipendo, maybe? Whoops. I'm not sure, honestly.
Revelio.
Maybe it is similar? Maybe I do use Glacius?
Glacius. Incendio.
Choo-choo train. I am not really sure. Lumos, maybe?
Lumos. Repairer. Lumos.
I see.
Lumos.
I see. Can't fool me, Merlin.
That's that. Settled.
Alright, what's our next one?
Confringo. I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Okay. Similar thing here.
Crucible. Lumos.
That was an accident.
Ugh. Shame you're so foul.
Okay.
Lumos.
Oh, it's for a different one. Okay. So, let's see. Or where are the others?
Lumos.
Okay, why didn't that work earlier? I see them.
Lumos.
Okay, but how do I get back up there now?
Merlin himself would be proud.
Okay, now. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Wingardium Leviosa. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
How many more do we need? Oh, it won't be in combat. Three more.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio.
Okay. I see. There's some are.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Hello?
Revelio.
Must be here somewhere.
Wingardium Leviosa.
To me.
Revelio.
Ah, there they are.
Accio.
Alright, 2 more.
That's that.
I have no idea why. I just had to. Okay. Let's go to this one across the lake. Pew pew.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Yes, sir. Alright, where is it?
Revelio.
There's the ball, but where is... Ah, I see.
Wingardium Leviosa. Merlin himself would be proud.
Alright, one more. Whee! Okay, now this one is new.
Accio.
What do I do?
Confringo.
Oh.
tricky after all, Merlin.
You just blow them up. Okay. Alright, we need 14. Let's head on to the room of requirement first. Okay. Let's check out this gear. 92. Outpost. Alright, did that. Already did that. We should move quickly since the poachers have Grant's journals. Want to get a step ahead of them. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest, Poppy.
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed. Zeke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
Alright, well that's all the time that we have for today's part. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you again in the next part of our magical journey in Hogwarts Legacy. Until then, later.